How do you remove poison ivy? Have you ever found yourself wondering how to deal with that pesky poison ivy plant? If you are spending time outdoors, knowing how to remove it safely is essential. Poison ivy contains an oily resin called urushiol, which can cause allergic reactions on the skin. Every part of the plant, including the leaves, stems, roots, flowers, and berries, has this resin. So, let's talk about how to remove it effectively while keeping yourself safe. First, always wear protective clothing. This means long sleeves, long pants tucked into socks, rubber gloves, boots, and eye protection. A mask is also a good idea to avoid inhaling any particles if the plant is disturbed. Next, you will want to cut the plant. Use sharp pruning shears to cut the stems at ground level. Be careful not to tear or rip the vines, as this can release urushiol into the air. Collect all the cut material in thick plastic bags to prevent any contact. Now let's talk about the roots. Use a sharp-edged shovel or trowel to dig out the roots. It is important to remove as much of the root system as possible because poison ivy roots can spread widely, though they are usually only about a foot deep. Dispose of the roots in sealed plastic bags. Never compost or burn poison ivy, as burning can release urushiol into the air, which can cause serious respiratory issues. If you find that poison ivy keeps coming back, you may need to apply a herbicide. Look for one that contains glyphosate, triclopyr, or a mix of dicamba and 2,4-D. Apply the herbicide directly to the cut stems and leaves during the plant's active growth, ideally when it is flowering or fruiting in late spring or early summer. Be cautious on windy days to avoid spraying other plants. There are also alternative methods to consider. Pouring boiling water over the plants and roots can kill them, but this may take some time and repetition. Smothering the plants with a tarp for at least a week can also work by cutting off their light and air supply. Regularly clipping or mowing poison ivy near ground level over several years can help control it, especially in lawns. After you have removed the poison ivy, it is essential to clean up properly. Wash all tools thoroughly with rubbing alcohol and soapy water to remove any urushiol. Wash your clothing separately in hot water. Discard any gloves and disposable protective gear used during the removal process. When you are out fishing or enjoying the outdoors, remember that poison ivy often grows near wooded or brushy areas. Identifying and removing it can help reduce the risk of exposure. Wearing protective clothing and washing your skin immediately if you suspect contact can prevent rashes. Keeping paths and campsites clear of poison ivy makes outdoor activities safer and more enjoyable. By following these steps, you can effectively remove poison ivy and maintain a safe outdoor environment. Whether you are preparing for a fishing trip or just enjoying nature, knowing how to handle poison ivy is a must.